in this year, already up to the 9th of December. Alex, hey, Alex, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Bob, hi, Bob. Halea, good morning. Happy Friday. Dave, thank you for joining us. Welcome. Rajiv, thank you for being here. Kevin, hi, Kevin. Got your Facebook message. Thank you for that. Wow, we got a lot of people on Zoom already. We're up to 19 people. Neil, good morning, Neil. Welcome. John in Arizona, looking forward to connecting with you today. Natalie, hi, Natalie. Happy Friday. Let's see here. Chris, hey, Chris. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Caller on the conference call line at 619 area code, my old neck of the woods, San Diego. Thank you for being here. Alan, good morning, Alan. Happy Friday. It's time. Let's get this party started. Let me hit the record button. Good morning. This is Eric Lofholm. I want to welcome all of you to our deep dive into Think and Grow Rich and the Laws of Success, Napoleon Hill's 2 most popular books. We're doing 22 lessons this month. Today is lesson number 7, Positive Mental Attitude, one of the all-time great lessons, and I could say that about every one of these lessons. They're all awesome. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. Type into the chat, today is a great day. Today is a great day. And I'm going to read to you from Hill himself. Your mental attitude is the medium by which you can balance your life and your relationship to people and circumstances to attract what you desire. We're all born in the sense that we all have equal access to the great principle, the right to control our own thoughts and mental attitude. A positive mental attitude is the greatest of life's riches. It is through this attitude that anything worthwhile is achieved. Keep your mind on the things you want and off of the things that you don't. Remember the old proverb, be very careful what you set your heart on, for you will surely achieve it. That is so good. And if you want a copy of this little picture on the screen there, I could text it to you or email it or Facebook it to you or LinkedIn it or whatever. You just find me and say, hey, Eric, send me principle number 7. Just, you can text me at 916-626-1945, or you can email me at eric@ericlofholm.com. So it's my first name at my full name.com. Put my cell phone on the screen here a little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay. I'll send you that image. It's so good. I'm going to just read a little bit of it again. It says, this is Napoleon Hill. A positive mental attitude is the greatest of life's riches. Keep your mind on the things you want and off of the things you don't want. So if you're in real estate and you're in your head right now about the interest rates or about the inventory or it's December and who's buying and selling real estate, December, whatever's going on, if you're focusing on what you don't want, Hill's saying shift it. Put your mind on what you want to create. There's a bunch of big ideas from today's lesson, man. This is a good one. One of the big ideas, being positive is a learned skill. So I was just in Arizona working with my coach, and one of the topics was the topic of forgiveness. And he pointed out to me, he's like, Eric, you're holding on to some stuff. So you got to work on forgiveness. Now I'm going to tell you how I interpret that. I interpret that in my brain. Eric, you got to lift the weights on forgiveness, right? You got to go work on your forgiveness. And so I'm going to suggest forgiveness is a learned skill. So today's topic, if you're like, man, my attitude kind of sucks lately, or you're like, I'm just not that positive lately, or Eric, I'm just not that positive of a person. You take it on as an identity. What I'm suggesting to you is being positive is a learned skill. So just like right now, what I'm working on with my coach is forgiveness. So maybe there's some of you on the line right now. You're like, I need to be, well, let me just check in with you. Who would acknowledge right now you need to be more positive in your life? If that's you, just type the word yes in the chat. In fact, you know what, Eric, if I'm honest, I need to be more positive about my marriage. I need to be more positive about my relationship with my teenagers. I need to be more positive about my relationship with my parents. I need to be more positive about the economy. I need to be more positive about my finances. I need to be more positive about my career. Okay? If that resonates, so what you do is you lift the weights. You lift the weights called learning to be more positive. So I did a little Facebook post today, and it basically said, hey, y'all, I'm looking for ideas on forgiveness, YouTube videos, books, ideas. Give me your best stuff. Right? So I want to go study that. So if you're like, I need to be more positive, maybe you do a post on Facebook. Hey, I'm working on having an even more positive attitude. Does anybody have any ideas for me? Or you go to your coach or your mentor, you go on YouTube and you look for videos and you focus on this one area. And you go, you know what? I'm 2023, I'm going to be a more positive human being. Best thing you can do in your marriage is be more positive. Best thing you can do for your career, be more positive. All right. We got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. I'm going to jump ahead to this one. Fear and faith can't coexist. Okay. Anytime you're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling fearful. It's called being a human being. There's nothing wrong with you if you're feeling fearful. I used to live a lot in fear. I rarely visited it anymore. Because what I learned was if I'm in faith, then I'm not in fear. And if I'm in fear, I'm not in faith. And it doesn't have to be a spiritual faith, although it can be. It can absolutely be a spiritual faith. But it can be faith in your company. It can be faith in yourself. It can be faith in your product or service. It can be faith in your marriage. It can be faith in your ability. And it can be faith in God. So let me jump ahead to this one. This is one, and I've got it. It's written right on my whiteboard. Okay? It's written right on my whiteboard. And that's this. Give it over to God. Right? Some problems, I got problems, right? You got a problem show up. Sometimes the problem's so big, I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, God, I'm smart. I know stuff, but I don't got this one. So I'm going to give it over to you. And you know what? Anytime I do that, you know how I feel? Better. I feel better. Energetically in my body, I can be filled with worry and concern. Give it over to God. Doesn't mean the worry disappears, but I feel better. Like anytime I just pause and go, give it over to God, I feel better. Anyone can be positive when things are going their way, right? You just closed a big sale. You're feeling phenomenal, right? Yeah, it's easy to be positive then. Or your sports team won last night. The Raiders were playing the Rams. and if any of you watched the game or saw it, it's like the Rams basically scored on the last play of the game. And they beat the Raiders. And if you're a Rams fan, you're like, yes. If you're a Raider fan, it's like, oh, man. So if you're a Rams fan, it was easy to be happy last night. And if you're a Raider fan, it wasn't very fun. So anybody can be positive when things are going your way. The question is, how do we stay positive when things aren't going your way? So I mentioned this, I don't remember if it was Monday or last week, but in the last 2 weeks, one of my family members that I'm financially responsible for got a dentist bill, and it was $5,000. So I woke up that morning, everything's good. By noon, I'm down $5,000. Okay. So can you stay positive then? Can you still be positive with your family? Or do you take it out on them because you got the dental bill? Can you still prospect? Can you still prospect in your business when you get that unexpected $5,000 bill or the equivalent of it? Because the reality is you can do it. It honestly, I don't even think it fazed me that day. I mean, it was like, yeah, okay, got this $5,000 bill, but it was like, oh man, why do bad things always happen to me? God's got it out for me. None of that. I actually had some gratitude that we actually have a dentist. A lot of people in this world don't have the good fortune of having a dentist. Dentist is a great thing. Take care of your teeth. So we grow. To grow in this area, we need to create new patterns for what things mean when things don't go our way. So you and I, we do life in patterns. So here's a question to ask yourself. What needs to happen in order for you to go into having a bad attitude? What needs to happen? Does your boss have to say something negative to you? And instantly your boss says something negative to you, and then that puts your attitude in the toilet. Like, do you have a rule like that? Like a human being outside of you, not you, somebody else does something, and that causes you to have a bad attitude. I had a situation this morning, and one of my kids we're sharing a car right now. So I was away on a trip. So one of my kids, I'm not going to say who it was, it doesn't matter, but driving the car while I was away on the trip. I Ubered home last night from the airport. Hadn't been in my car since I got home. So I get in my car to go down to Starbucks to get some coffee this morning. And the car's out of gas. The gas light's on. And so I get in the car, and it triggered me. I'm like, son of a gun, I let him use my car. The least you could do is leave me with some gas. But then I shifted, and I said, I take 100% responsibility for my life. I take 100% responsibility for my life. So it's not my daughter's fault that she didn't fill up the gas tank. This is my thinking to maintain a positive mindset. It's my responsibility for not clearly communicating to her, okay, here's the deal, honey. If you're going to use my car, no problem. And I can't get in the car first thing in the morning and have it be out of gas. So our agreement is if you use my car, then I'm quarter tank means we're at zero on the gas tank. Do you understand that? And then I create that agreement. So did I create that agreement with her? No. So in her world, that's totally acceptable. So I got triggered this morning, but I flipped out of it really quick because I said, I'm 100% responsible. You go, but Eric, what are you talking about? Your daughter didn't leave the gas in there. Well, here's the problem. If I blame her, then how do I feel in my mind? Right? But if I accept responsibility, now I'm empowered. So if your marriage isn't working, stop blaming your spouse. It's not working because of you. You go, Eric, what are you talking about? Well, if you blame your spouse, now you're stuck. If you take 100% responsibility, you're probably going to make some changes and make your marriage work better. All right. I got one more idea to share with you guys. And it's from the great Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins' mentor, and a mentor of millions of people. He's an amazing guy. He's no longer with us. You can find him on YouTube, Jim Rohn. you're not familiar with him, go find him on YouTube, ROHN. And Jim Rohn talked about the seasons of life: spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay. Life shows up. I get this, $5,000 dental bill. Okay. That's like, as a metaphor, winter showing up. Okay. Nothing wrong with winter, but just as a metaphor. Well, like the seasons, we don't get stuck in a season. We don't live in winter year round. Okay. So there's seasons. So when winter shows up, it's like, winter's showing up, but better days are in front of me. This is going to turn. So when you have struggles show up, there's duality in life. This is one of the all-time great realizations. There's duality in life. You want more success. I do too. Well, with success, there's struggle. With success, there's struggle. You can't have success without struggle. You can't have wealth without poverty. You can't have day without night. You can't have light without dark. So sometimes, guys, the opposite of what we want shows up. It doesn't mean anything's wrong, and it doesn't mean God's picking on you. Okay? My view of God, God's in my corner. God's in my corner. Sometimes I go through adversity so God can prepare me for something greater. Instead of looking at the adversity as, well, that sucks, it's like, no, I have God's favor because I'm being prepared for something greater. A friend of mine had twins right when the pandemic hit, and then he lost his all his corporate accounts. So 2 new kids to feed, and he lost his whole business. Just snap your fingers, it was gone. And here's what I told him. I'm like, God's got big plans for you. Look at what you're being put through. Look at how strong you're going to get by going through this. Lucky you. It's like, what? Lucky me? Sucky me. I got 2 mouths to feed and I lost all my business. Yeah, but look at how great you're going to become from going through it. Different way of thinking. All right. Here's the bonus video. I want you guys to watch it. It is from Napoleon Hill. And it's awesome, guys. This is an 8-minute video. This is it right here. It's on positive mental attitude. If you'll watch this in the next 24 hours, type the word yes in the chat. I just put it in the Zoom chat. If you'll watch this video in the next 24 hours, type the word yes in the chat. We're going to be done here in 32 seconds. If you'll watch that video in the next 24 hours, type the word yes in the chat. If you got something from class today, I just put it in the Facebook chat. If you got something from class today, type the words yes, yes in the chat. If something I said resonated with you, if you feel a little bit better, a little bit more positive, if you're ready to go out there and make some money today, close some sales, do some good, get in the gym, make it happen, type the word yes, yes in the chat. That is going to wrap our call today. It was super duper awesome to be with you guys. Have a fantastic Friday. John, talk to you in a little bit. Rajiv, have a great day. Natalie, you know the number. Have a great day, Natalie. James, thanks for being here on Zoom. Michael, have a great day, Michael. George, the number's 3 million. That's what we're going after, George. Bob on Zoom. Bob, thanks for joining us. Marianne, great to see you. Kevin, have a great day, Kevin. Steve Shaw, master recruiter. Steve, have a great day. Sissy, thank you for being here. Ricky, thanks for joining us. Rich, my friend from like 2nd grade. Rich, good to see you. Thanks for plugging in today. Paul, thanks for being here. Pam, Long Beach, thanks for joining us. Neil, have a great day. Mark Rieger, thanks for joining me. Lisa, have a great day. Jim, George, great to see you. Thanks for being here. Janice, thanks for joining us. Halea, have a great day. And Harumi in Indiana, thanks for joining us. Greg Dixon, great to have you, Greg. Bob in Connecticut. Alex, so great to see you yesterday, Alex. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. Mike, thank you for joining us. And over on Facebook, Sri Rodwell, thanks for being here. Dottie, have a great day. Aaliyah, thank you for joining us. Toby, great to have you. Laura in Florida, Laura, thank you for joining us. Debbie Campbell, Debbie, thanks for being here. Sandra, great to have you. Celeste, thanks for joining us. Chris Russell, great to see you. Thank you for being here. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. I did my 100% best to say hi to everybody, acknowledge you for showing up for class today. Let's all go out and have a fantastic Friday. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.